Hi everybody, so I'm actually gonna do another video for you guys today. Usually do if I do a mental health video or Wellness Wednesday video, I usually just do a video a day or whatever. But I decided I would do another video for you guys because I just came from another group, ambulance, peers of color support, where we talk about the different issues surrounding the peers of color community. And as a white woman, it's my duty to know about these issues and see what I can do to help people using my white privilege and educating people about all these issues. Now, what we talked about in that group goes along with what I talked about in Wellness Wednesday in my last video about elections, so it'll be a continuation of that. So this is my favorite peers of color support video, and it's gonna be a continuation of about the elections. So I stressed my last video how important it is for people to vote, especially young people, new voters. Is important for them to get more people to vote. And every election does matter. I'm luckily it's at the end of Trump's first term, so hopefully someone else will be elected to be the next president, and we don't have Trump anymore. Because the past 2 years, Hurricane Maria struck Puerto Rico 2 years ago, and now they're still struggling. There's still no electricity. The houses are not that great because of the hurricane, and stupid Trump hasn't done anything for the territory at all. It's a U.S. territory, therefore these people, they are U.S. citizens because they are in Puerto Rico. That's a U.S. territory, but they can't really vote because they're not a state. And I guess now today's also the anniversary of 9/11, and I know this morning on the news, Trump and his wife, they paid their respects for 9/11, and that's a tragic event that happened in this country because of terrorist attacks. But we should also care about what's going on in other places that has to do with the United States as well. Yes, that happened so close to home, to New York, but we should also care about what's going on with Puerto Rico when it comes to the hurricane that happened 2 years ago. And there's still a lot of work to be done, and I guess Trump went down to Puerto Rico and threw toilet paper at the houses, and it's that's very childish. And as a president of this country that claims he wants to make America great again, should go down there and help. And now that's why it's so important to vote and have our voices be heard, as well as doing anything else to do with our passions and get into politics in different ways, and do some volunteering, help with humanities. Now I've talked about in the last 2 years of Sam State, I did this alternative spring break trips, one in Louisiana and another one in Missouri. Now there was another group that went to Puerto Rico, and unfortunately I wasn't able to go to Puerto Rico, but because it's more affordable to go to Missouri than it is to go to Puerto Rico. But I would like to someday do a habitat there as well, because I want to do my part of helping people in Puerto Rico. I'd like to do more Habitat with Humanity stuff. I would love to be part of the American Corps someday, or the Peace Corps, do more volunteering stuff. I was for my last year, I was part of the Community Service Initiative at Sam State. So I'm very much into volunteering and community service. I was part of Mass Park with hunger and homelessness and clean energy and all of that. But yeah, it's I'm very passionate, and I know at this time we should go to Puerto Rico and plan a trip to be a tourist at Puerto Rico to see what's going on there. I think that's also important as well. Unfortunately, I don't have enough money to be able to go to Puerto Rico, but I hope one of these days I will be able to, so I can do my part to help out in the community. Now, and like in response to like the protests that happened like a couple weeks ago on Saturday, for street pride with those protesters, I want my dream is to be a protester. I want to like protest these street prides and like Black Lives Matter and like do all these great work protesting for these causes for Black Lives Matter and like everything. And I hope that I do get arrested. I hope that like I'll be so influential enough where I make a big difference and show and spread awareness and show everybody that what is going on right now is not okay and we need to make a difference. Because I feel like if people see me and other protesters like me getting arrested for something we care about, or if I get big enough like Martin Luther King, or I get assassinated because of that I care about so much about all these things and I'm fighting the good fight, that would open a lot of eyes. And Martin Luther King's philosophy is also my philosophy. I adapted his philosophy into what I already believe in. Because I know if he was still alive today, he would be doing so much for the LGBTQ community. He would do so much for Puerto Rico. I believe that like at the time like we needed to fight equality for blacks and whites. Now we need to fight equality for LGBTQ people, for Muslims, for people of color. Like there's still so much work to be done, and I have faith in this country that we can get this work done as soon as we exercise our right to vote and vote Trump out of office and vote someone else in office. I recommend a Democrat, because Democrats are not bad people. Like not saying that Republicans are bad people, but Democrats, they would actually do what needs to be done. So anyways, that's enough for me for right now. I might make another video up today. I don't know. We'll see. But see you in my next video. Bye everybody. Take care. And for anyone who's in Puerto Rico that's watching this video, blessed be. My prayers are there for you. Take care everybody.